Hey everyone, so when you imagine a drone's battery to be low, you would also expect the drone's performance to gradually decrease, right? I wanted to see if this was the case with an experiment, and in the end, this experiment took an unexpected twist. The collected data revealed something completely different and unexpected, but also some useful information and practical advice for you when you next fly your drone. In this video, I'll show you how the experiment was done, what the results were, and also some interesting information that I found out about the drone. Let's jump right in. So what we want to find out is if the battery percentage affects the drone's performance. To measure the drone's performance, I flew the drone multiple times in normal mode at the highest possible speed in a straight line for 150 meters. I timed how long it took the drone to fly this distance and also made sure to note down the battery percentage at the beginning of each flight. The drone was then flown back and then flown over the 150-meter track again, this time with a slightly lower battery percentage. As the battery slowly drained, the course was repeated until the low battery forced a landing. Each time, the time taken to fly the course was noted along with the corresponding battery percentage. This data could then be plotted on a graph to see how the two variables interact, which is what I did next. So here is the data plotted on a graph. The horizontal axis shows the percentage of the battery, and the vertical axis shows the time of flight in seconds. The graph reveals that when the battery is close to being fully charged, the flight takes slightly longer. When the battery is closer to being out of charge, surprisingly, the time of flight is shorter. In other words, the drone's performance is higher when the battery percentage is lower. This was completely unexpected and actually counterintuitive, since with a higher charge in the battery, you would expect a higher performance. This was really quite confusing, and I realized that there must be something else causing this unexpected trend. It eventually came to mind that each electronic device has its own operating temperature, and so perhaps the temperature of the battery affected the results. Luckily, it was actually possible to find out the temperature of the battery in the DJI Fly app from the metadata, so I added this information for each corresponding flight. Then I plotted another graph with the new information. This time, the horizontal axis shows the temperature of the battery in degrees Celsius, and the vertical axis shows the same time of flight in seconds. The graph clearly shows that the battery temperature has a strong effect on the drone's performance. When the battery is cooler, the flight takes longer, and when the battery is warmer, the flight time was shorter. This was an unexpected discovery and revealed something we hadn't actually thought about at the start. It does make sense though, and can be compared to the engine of a car. When the car is switched on, the performance of the car is lower than if the engine was able to warm up after some time. So what this shows is that the battery percentage most likely has no effect at all on the performance of the drone. Instead, if the battery is warmed up, the performance will be higher. To check if this was true, I repeated the initial experiment once again, but this time keeping the battery temperature at a constant 34.6 degrees Celsius. This was just a randomly selected temperature, and what we would expect is to see the time of flight also stay constant. This is because if the temperature doesn't change, then nothing would actually change the time of flight. So let's go and collect some new data. So once again, the drone is flown along the same 150-meter course. However, before launching the drone, I turned it on and left it for a few minutes on the ground to allow the battery to warm up to the 34.6 degrees C. I then launched the drone and sent it on the course. In the DJI Fly app, I kept an eye on the battery temperature. Since the battery does actually warm up slightly during flight, I had to land it each time to allow it to cool down before the next flight. So each flight was flown at different battery percentages while keeping the battery temperature constant. This removed the influence of the battery temperature from the data, so let's take a look at the graph of this new data. Here, on the horizontal axis, we can see the percentage of the battery, and on the vertical axis, we can see the time of flight in seconds. Looking at the graph, you would say that there is a visible trend, but in fact, this trend is actually just an illusion. This is because it is not statistically significant. If we look at the equation of the line of best fit, we can find out that for every 1% decrease in battery, the flight time would decrease by only 0.02 seconds. In other words, you would need a full 50% change in the battery percentage to see just a 1 second change in the flight time. So this effect, even if it existed, would be very, very small. We've just seen that the apparent trend on the graph shows a 0.02 second difference per 1%. However, because of real-life inaccuracies of the experiment, we can calculate what the actual trend can be with 99% probability. This might sound confusing, but to do this, we just have to add something called confidence interval bands onto the graph. These bands show an area on the graph where the real trend line can exist with 99% probability. As you can see, it is possible to fit a decreasing trend, a horizontal line, and an increasing trend as well into this area. We can calculate that the actual trend can be anywhere between minus 0.02 seconds and plus 0.06 seconds per 1% change. Now, the fact that a decreasing and increasing line can be fit between the bands shows that the trend is not statistically significant. However, it is still possible to argue that if we can fit an increasing, horizontal, or decreasing trend line into the confidence interval, some trend may exist. This is true, however, even if a trend existed, it would have minimal effect on the time of flight. Across the 150-meter course, the time of flight could decrease by 1 second by at least a 17% battery decrease. The time of flight could increase by 1 second by a whole 50% battery decrease. Alright, let's conclude the experiment. I was trying to find out if battery percentage had an influence on the drone's performance. However, we found out that it was in fact the battery temperature that affected the drone's performance. The battery percentage itself has an extremely small effect on the performance, and that's even if there is such an effect. And now some words of practical advice. If you need to use the drone in high-performance flight, for example in sport mode, you don't actually need to worry about the drone's battery percentage. Instead, let the drone battery warm up for a while, and this will allow it to fly with higher performance. So there we have it. That concludes this drone experiment to see what actually affects the drone's performance. If you found this video interesting, then do let me know by clicking the thumbs up down below. Also, if you'd like to see more drone experiments and tutorials, then go and check out my channel. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.